All right, today is Friday. Thank you, Spirit. Friday, January 20th, um, 2023. Right, it's 6:55 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, I had this trippy ass dream. Super trippy. So I'm gonna skim through the beginning because the beginning I'm seeing pieces now, right? So my sister-in-law and we're at some place, but there was a bunch of us, and I don't know what we were doing, or what was going on, right? Um, but we would all hang out at these different places. So then later on, I ended up with all this group of girls, right? And when I end up with these group of girls, I we meet up with these guys, right? So we go party out with these guys like all night. And I kind of didn't want to go. Right, I didn't want to go at first, and Mom was like, "No, just come on, we're gonna have fun." So we go hang out with these dudes, and we go hang out with them, and there's a bunch of us. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of us all together, and some of these dudes seem familiar, right? Like I know them. Um, I know them from the waking world. A couple of them I know them from the waking world. Some of these girls I know from the waking world, right? And so the girls, like I said, we do this all the time, and then I felt like we all work together somewhere. It's like we work, like, I don't know, we work together at a place, a bar, or something, where we met all these guys. But these were just guys we were just going to go hang out with. It wasn't like anything specific. But she was, of course, trying to hook me up with one of them. I wasn't trying to hook up with him. You know what I mean? They kind of drank a lot, and I didn't want to be with anybody who drank a lot. Or, how are you going to talk to me if you're sitting there wasted? Was kind of the situation. How are you going to try to put the moves on me when you're totally wasted? You can't. You're wasted. Not wasted, but he was drunk, right? I mean, say a better word that I feel describes that, right? He was drunk, so it's like you can't really put the Mac on me. And so then at one point we go somewheres, and I guess I was tired because I'd been working so much, and I wasn't really drinking. And tell me why we're all hanging out in the men's restroom, and not that we're doing like we're in there chilling. I don't know why, right? And I fall asleep. I fall asleep in there, and when I fall asleep, I wake up, and one of the girls was just like, "Yeah, you fucking fell asleep." You know what I'm saying? They're like, there were some people still there, but mostly everybody was already gone. They were like, and I was like, "Well, just take me home." And she was like, "Well, we're gonna have tell me why, we're gonna have this cop drop you off, and then we'll be like halfway, we'll pick you up, and we'll take you this girl's gonna take you the rest of the way." And I'm like, "You sure?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right." I'm not tripping if cops taking me home, if that was the plan, you know what I mean? Because shit, I ain't done nothing wrong. Am I scared to go with a cop take me home? Should feel more safe, right? So this cop, I'm explaining to him what happened, right? Like, I fell asleep. My homegirls are coming to get me, and started explaining the guys we were with. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was alive at this point, right? So then at another point, it was like if I kept like if I kept flashing in and out, right, of where I was at, right? Like, I don't know if maybe Like, I don't feel like I was getting drugged, but maybe, right? I don't feel like that though. I know it was something mental, right? And so then I guess the cop drops me off, and I come wandering around from this place. Like, I'm wondering, like, I'm looking for my homegirls, and they're like, no, go that way. And I was like, all right. So I walk around this other way and end up in this spot, and this like restaurant type thing. And I'm trying to get out, but I had to, felt like I was going in a maze trying to get out of there. So when I got out of there, the cops outside, like, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at some place? And why am I working in this place, right? I have no fucking idea while I'm there. Why I'm in there, right? Why my homegirls hadn't came to come get me yet. I have no idea. Like I said, it was super trippy. And then so the cop thought I was lying. He thought I was bullshitting. He thought I was not telling him the truth, about the crazy ass situations that were going on, right? And there was more detail, but I'm just trying to recall what I can, right? And one of the homegirls happened to show up, the cops there, and he's eating or something. The cop's just like, hey, didn't I drop you off? Like, what are you doing here? He's like, didn't such and such happen? And sure enough, one of the guys show up that was there with me. And I'm like, yeah, the guy's right here. Like, you thought I was lying, but I was telling you the truth. Like, it was crazy. Like, if they're trying to catch me in a lie, or trying to catch me, not being honest and not telling him the truth, or like if I was hiding, like if I was hiding something. But then I'm wondering why the homegirls never came to pick me up, Or why would they send me off with this cop and say they're going to pick me up half of the way there, but y'all right here with me now? Like, it was just really crazy. It didn't make no sense. I just kept feeling like I was getting like the runaround, or I was ending up, it's always like, it kind of always like I'm ending up in situations where everything seems to take me longer to get to a certain place, or I'm trying to get somewhere and it's like all these obstacles come in the way, and I guess, it's like that sometimes, right? Like sometimes we have to, and the way I look at it, I don't feel like it's obstacles, that we always experience. I feel like, especially in the waking world, I feel like this is just a process. These are just the steps. These are the steps needed, right? These are the steps that are taken to get to the point to where we want to be at, right? Because, even if we do move in the quantum field, and even if we do move in quantum time, right? We also, because we live in we're still here on the earth plane, right? That things don't move that fast, but they do, right? If that makes sense. It's like I spent time with the sister one time, and we were out camping. This was a couple months ago, a little bit back last year, and I was so grounded. Like, I was so pulled into the earth, because that's all I did. All we did was sit on the ground the whole time, right? If we weren't walking or in the river or adventuring somewhere, we were sitting down, laying down, stretching, doing something, right? So I was so grounded. It was beautiful energy, right? I love that. Just feeling like you're just hugged into the earth, right? It's a beautiful, amazing feeling. Well, when you become that grounded, thank you, Spirit. When you become that grounded, you start to move in, you're already moving in quantum time, but now you're aware that you're moving in, thank you, Spirit. Now you're aware you're moving in quantum time, where I was seeing things 3 or 4 minutes before it was happening. I was answering questions before I was even answering questions, but I wasn't doing it like with words. But it's like, once I got to the point where I was speaking the words out, I'm like, I just saw this. Talking to my sister, I just saw this. me doing, some certain stretching. I just saw this. Me already at the river, like I just saw this. It was beautiful, right, to experience, because I'm sure I had experienced the quantum, being in the quantum field, or actually aware of being in, thank you, Spirit, aware of being in the quantum field, and moving in quantum time, right? Maybe in the dream state, right? But not physically opened eye, awake, waking world aware, right? And this was the first time that I experienced that. And to experience that moving in quantum time, it's powerful. It's a beautiful thing, right? And tell me why I'm sorry. I'm just waking up and I'm trying to, like, okay, where was I going with moving in the quantum time? I'm tired. I'm still half asleep. But yeah, so this, and I'm sure I will remember and go back to it, right? So this dream, so yeah, so one of the guys ended up showing up. It was just real. There was even a point in the dream where, shit, I got wasty face and just passed out. We were in the guy's restroom. That's what happened. Like, I got wasty face and I passed out. And then, these homegirls that were just like, no, we'll take you home. And I'm trying to get somewhere as always. Or it was just really trippy. You know what I'm saying? It was real, real trippy. Um, oh, yes, my point of the quantum field and moving in quantum time. So, moving in quantum time, it's like you see everything before it happens. This is when you become, and you could say psychic, but it's like, but because you're already doing it. Thank you, Spirit. That's why you see it, because you're already there. You're moving. It's like you're still here, flowing regularly, but you're moving. You're moving in the field, in the quantum field. Thank you, Spirit. Right, where everything does move a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? Time. Thank you, Spirit. Time is stretched longer. Right. Thank you, Spirit. Like, thank you, Spirit. There is no time in the quantum field. Right. There's no time. Time is a creation made here in the man world, right? Situation. And I guess, to be honest, they say, like, time is an illusion, and possibly, right? Possibly. But I feel like still there needed to be structure here in the 5D, or back then was called the 3D, right? In this earth plane, there needed to be some kind of structure. So setting a time or a timer, thank you, Spirit, right? I don't thank you, Spirit, for that, right? Extra word, timer, on, our days, right? Help to regulate the hours so that we're able to do things and move certain ways, and have time to realize we needed time for sleep, realize we needed a time to be awake. We needed time for rest. We needed time for work. We had to sit there and start evaluating how much time we had in the day, and how do we spread that time out to be able to manifest what we want. Thank you, Spirit. Manifest what we want. Create what we want. To be able to thank you, Spirit. Balance this regulated time, right? And I feel like that's why time was introduced to us. I feel like, in the same point, in this plane, time isn't an illusion. Not here in this plane. Maybe in the quantum plane, it is. Maybe there is no time in the quantum plane. Time is non-existent there. But here in this plane, it is. You know what I mean? I feel like in anything created, you know what I mean? Even if I feel like it may have been an illusion for us, but maybe the illusion, that was what it was created for, to be an illusion. And maybe for us to remember your true self, you have to wake up out of that and realize that things are set in place here for certain reasons, but you don't have to abide by those rules, right? We need structure, right? Like, not break all the rules, but there's certain things, like moving in this quantum time. We don't have to move in linear time. We don't have to move in a denser field. We can move in a more quantum field as we become awake, right? We can move in these quantum fields, right? Thank you, Spirit. Was trying to figure out another way, but I'm not fully fluent in this. These are all just channels. So, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's for you. It's for you. If it's not, if it doesn't sound like it resonates, then okay. And if it does, beautiful, right? If we're vibing on this, like if you feel me, right? Situation. And so, like I said, with the time of being in the illusion and everything, I feel like even that is an illusion, to be told everything's an illusion. Because if we're visualizing and we're seeing it, it's our choice to accept it as truth or to not. To accept if we are if we are divine beings, then it doesn't matter. But if you don't feel like you're a divine being, then you're going to go with what everybody else is telling you to do. You want to be the sheeple, then you're going to be the sheeple, right? In a space. And I don't say that ugly, and I don't even like to say sheeple, but in a space, yes, because some people follow a certain agenda, right? Some people follow a certain structure, and this is what this is, and this needs to be like that, and this is the box that they live in, or there's, thank you, Spirit, their cycle, right? And I'm not here to down talk nobody or down talk anybody in their cycles, because I used to live in those cycles. I used to live in those boxes too, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. How do you know something if no one's ever explained it to you or taught it to you or made you aware, or at least someone who's come to you who is a valid source of information that you would trust, that they wouldn't be bullshitting you, right? Because we get lied to a lot, right? So it's like when I first woke up, um, I received the information from a valid source. It was a very valid source, and that's the only reason why I feel like I embraced it so much, because I was receiving it from a super valid source where I trusted this person, where I know this person wouldn't be sitting there giving me some bullshit, because this was not this person's energy. This was not the ever my whole life that I've known this person since we were 13 years old, never been that person's energy to be just, let me just tell her some shit so she can believe me, but I'm full of shit. That's just never been her, right? That's never been her energy, right? Not that I ever recall, not once, right? So when she came to me and she started giving me information, about the journey, and it was light. She didn't just bombard me with stuff, right? Because that would have been overloading, right? You don't want to overload information. But what she did give me was like, oh shit. Like I felt it. I felt it inside. Like I always wondered if there was more. I always felt like there has to be more. There's something more. Like if I kind of knew, but I never received the confirmation. And she was the confirmation that there was more out there. This couldn't be the only planet. We're in a universe, right? And did we only see our solar system? Imagine how many, like, all these star systems, those are all solar systems. Thank you, Spirit, right? All these star systems, all of them are planets. Thank you, Spirit. Are planets, and all of those are their own little solar systems. We're our own solar system, right? So imagine all these other places, and don't nobody live there? Come on, right? We see the solar systems right in front of our faces. They're right here in our faces. We can look up in the sky and see them. So if they're all out there, how many energies or people do you think, or whatever they may be, humanoids, right? Um, Homo sapiens, right? Maybe animal humanoid mixes. Like, we don't know what's out there, right? But how many of them do you think look up to the sky and like, I wonder what's out there? I wonder if there's other people, right? If there's other energies, there's other life. Thank you, Spirit, right? The dinosaurs could be happening somewhere in a whole other place all by themselves and thriving, right? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't, are fully aware in those spaces because no one's ever shown us proof, right? But I feel like if we're here, there's somebody out there. There's other people out there. There's other energies out there, living, surviving, thriving, like we are, experiencing, whatever they need to, and whatever their dharma is. They're experiencing what they need to where they're at, because that's the energy they're flowing in, because I feel like everybody's a different energy, and everybody's going to experience the thing, the energy's different, and whatever is in the divine plan for them, right? Because it's all different, I feel, for everybody. But yeah, it's just powerful, right? Just got into quantum field and quantum moving, and yeah, so the moving in the quantum, like I noticed that whole time. Thank you, Spirit. I want to get back to this, right? I noticed that whole time we were there camping. We camped for like 4 days straight, right? And that whole time I felt like I was seeing things before they happened. It was more intense than normal, where it was just like, oh, I was already telling her this about 10 minutes ago. Like, where I'm already seeing myself doing things before I'm there doing them, but I'm here present in the moment, but I'm already over there doing it. Like I'm already making some stuff happen over here, but we ain't even got there yet, right? It was this really beautiful, powerful, and situation, right? It's beautiful, beautiful to experience. And that's what happens when we're fully centered. That's what happens when we're fully grounded. We can we can see before we do something. You know what I'm saying? We can see how that choice will because I have a sister, right, that can do like timeline, like if you make this certain choice, and then the timeline that follows behind it, right? And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that can do it. I can do it every now and then. It just depends for the person, and it just depends. I feel like I could do it at any moment, right? Because I've already been downloaded with that gift. Thank you, Spirit. I've been downloaded with that gift already, so I can do it too. But I've seen a homegirl; she does it. She's, you know, some people can just break it down, and I guess too, because no one's ever asked me to break it down for them. But I know that I can take myself there and see what's gonna happen. So let me not be modest, right? Let me be real about my gifts. I know I can do it too, but a sister of mine was the first one to I experienced this with, and it's beautiful because a lot of times when I experience something from a sister or from someone, or even if just experiencing them, watching them, like watching YouTube, and just experiencing them with their gifts, then I'm able to utilize the gift afterwards, right? And it's not stealing the gift from them, but I feel like, just interacting with people, we get downloaded from them. It's just like when people come and experience me, they get downloaded as well, right? And beautiful, right? We're all sharing the energy, and little kids outside, and then well, my cats, they're so cute. And then so it's after experiencing a sister do it for me, then it's like I'm able to do it, right? But work, it takes practice, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I've noticed that's happened with me a lot in a lot of spaces. I've seen that happen with other people that I've come in contact with, that I've either done healing with or done work with, and then they get downloaded with things that I can do as well. And I guess this is how we share the downloads, and I guess this is how it helps to awaken all of us, right? Thank you, Spirit. I think it's beautiful energy. And yeah, I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful. Yeah, there wasn't too much to the dream, but it was like I felt like the cop was trying to catch me doing something where it's just like, I told you he was right here. Like, I didn't even feel like why I had to be explaining anything to the cop. It was just really weird situation. Yeah. But yeah, I still also got to come on with some other beautiful channels, right? And I'm super grateful moving in the quantum field, because we are quantum, and we should be moving in the quantum field. And also to quantum entangling is how we are able to manifest and to bring things forward for ourselves, and to manifest that which we want, right? To call in this energy, right? When we are moving in that quantum field and in that quantum space. And for some people, it's just, some people, their words are so powerful, right? Well, all of our words are so powerful, but that there's those certain people that they just say something and boom, it's like, oh shit, right? That they manifest instantly, right? And sometimes I guess because they don't think about it, they just speak it, but they feel it and they feel empowered by their words, that it's able to be created, right? And then, if they're moving quantum and they're super grounded, I feel like that can happen too, right? So it's like, this the quantum energy is really powerful, and can be used to help us to answer prayers, right? For our prayers to get answered, and to call in the energy that we want, and to sometimes see ahead of things, right? Because I feel like we're not really moving this slow as we normally do. I feel like we do move a lot faster. But I feel like the time, like I said, also is stretched out, right? And yeah, we'll be here for hours if I sit here and want to try to explain quantum field and the quantum entanglement and all this amazing stuff, right? I'll be here giving theories and just, we'll sit here, let's open conversation, right? Type situation. And I'm super grateful. And yeah, this is my Vision. He's a fox. First I thought Vision was a girl, but turns out Vision is a boy. And Vision doesn't have any eyeballs. He was born without his eyes, my baby. But he is the most intelligent cat. Well, they're all very smart cats, right? All this litter was real smart. But this is my baby boy, and he loves when I just like hold him and just he loves when I cuddle with him. He sleeps with me at night. And he's so smart for not being able to see, like he knows where his food's at. He knows where his litter box is. He knows how to go outside the patio and play and be out there. I have like these wood log pieces that are shaped kind of like a boot, right? They look like boots. Like I've always wanted to just sit there and do some wood carving and make a boot out of it, right? I feel like that'd be so powerful. And then he'll climb on top of it. And he's up high. I'm like, how the fuck you get up there? You can't even see. He's so smart, and I love Vision so much. Vision's a boy fox. Him's mama's baby boy. I love him so much, my baby. And yeah, I just wanted to share y'all some insight about Vision, right? And yeah, so I'll see y'all guys next time. Super grateful. Peace.